The All Blacks squad to play Samoa first of all, and then the British and Irish Lions has been announced, and as it always does, it contains both fairy tales and heartbreaks. 3 Barrett brothers, the first time ever a sibling trio have been named in the same squad. Malakai Fekitoa is out, which is tough news for the Highlander midfield, but in his place comes Nani Laumape, who scored 14 tries for the Hurricanes so far this season. The all-time season record is 15. Damien McKenzie and Stephen Luatua aren't in, both fine players. Dane Coles is in, but the greatest hooker in world rugby will still need to get concussion clearance. And there are 2 20-year-olds, one of whom, Rico Ioane, was there today, looking not much older than the senior pupils at Mount Roskill Grammar, where the announcement was held. After the squad was named, I spoke to the All Blacks coach. Steve Hansen, it's lovely to talk to you.
Yeah, you too, John.
That's an exciting squad, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. It's one that we've spent a lot of time thinking about and discussing, and some of the discussions have been reasonably robust, but you want that because at the end of the day, that's our responsibility, is to pick the best team to represent the country, and I think we've done that.
Where was the robustness?
Right across the board, really. There was a couple of discussions we had to go through in the midfield because there's so many people putting their hand up, and loose forwards, do we take an extra loose forward or do we take an extra back? So the squad sizes, it's nothing unusual for us to have robust discussions. We encourage it amongst ourselves because that's where we work out what's right and what's wrong.
Nani Laumape, that's an exciting story, isn't it? This is a kid who's really come from nowhere, although everyone who watches Super Rugby's noticed him this season. And you were asked, it simply was a form selection, wasn't it? Full stop.
Yeah, well, he's just been outstanding, hasn't he? And, when you say he's come from nowhere, he represented New Zealand's secondary schools in 2011 and had a really good schoolboy career. He went away and then played league and was reasonably successful there. So having decided to come back, he's taken 24 months to show his form. He's if he's not the leading line breaker, as I said, he's very close. He's definitely the leading try scorer, and he's exhibiting a whole range of skills that we think will fit into Test rugby.
It's a lovely mixture, the squad, of the youngsters who, and looking at Rico before with his eyes popping with wonder as he was wandering around the room, and really great senior players. And that's a good environment for the youngsters to be in, isn't it?
Yeah, well, the senior guys' responsibility is to live the standards from the top down, and along with the management and myself, and the young guys' responsibility is to lead themselves and bring all the enthusiasm that they possibly can, and they do. That mix works well for us.
Everyone in this room seems happy, and I was looking at the Lions at Eden Park last night and thinking they looked thoroughly miserable. What kind of pressure are they under?
Well, they're under a lot of pressure, because there's an expectation they've got to win, and that brings its own form of pressure that probably they haven't had before. Touring teams are expected to win those midweek games and the Saturday ones and the Test matches. So, it's something that's maybe new to them, and they'll work their way through it. It's early doors for them. Gats has said he wants to play everybody, and he's done that. Well, he will have done it by Saturday, and then he'll be able to start playing his top side and get some combinations going. It's a hard thing to do, to bring 5 franchises together, let alone bringing 4 countries that really don't like each other that much together. So, what we're seeing today is not what we're going to get come first test.
How do you break the angst when you're in a team environment on tour where things aren't going as you hope? What do you do and say as a coach to get the chemistry right?
Oh, look, you just got to look at the inconvenient facts and keep everything real and keep it honest, and make sure you're having a bit of fun.
You're having fun, aren't you?
Yeah, I'm loving it. It's great.
Steve Hansen at Mount Roskill Grammar School in Auckland with the All Blacks were named today. As all of the furore was going on and we were waiting our turn to do the interviews, I was chatting to lots of Year 12 and 13 students at that school, and what exceptional young New Zealanders they were.